All right, we should be back. I have a quick donation from Matt Apocalypse, $5 saying RR Fool Sip. Thank you for the donation. And right now, coming up is Alibaba with Dark Souls 1 any percent. Ali, best of luck.
Hello everyone, I'm Alibaba, and today we're going to be doing the any percent wrong walk category for Dark Souls, and I think we're all good. Are we all good, Kata? Okay.
Yep.
Alright, so I guess we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. So the general basis of this category is what we want to do is we want to get into the DLC and get something called the Purple Coward's Crystal. And what that will allow us to do is it will allow us to use a glitch called Wrong Warp, which basically lets us cheat our way into the kiln a lot earlier than what we should be able to do. Which means that we won't need to actually ring the bells and get all the Lord Souls, like you would have to do in No Wrong Warp, for example. And so yeah, it's a pretty short category. About world records about high 31 minutes at the moment. So yeah, this is the first boss. Pretty simple. If you've seen Dark Souls 1 speedruns, then obviously this is rather standard. Just kill him with firebombs. Pretty much every major category does that now. And because we started as Thief, we have to pick up this pretty bad weapon, because it's the only thing we can really get at the moment that's decent. But we will, once we get to Analonda, we will be getting a much better weapon called the Dragon Tooth, which we will combine with a glitch called Move Swap, which I'll explain when we get there, which will let us do a lot of damage when we shouldn't be able to. This is everyone's favourite knight, Oscar, as he's called. And just to end the misconception, it is not faster to kill him, I'm afraid. So yeah, this door coming up. Normally in IGT speedruns, you would quit out on this door, because it saves like 4 seconds IGT to... Because we normally time runs on the leaderboard by in-game time, because this game actually has quite a reliable in-game time. So we would quit out on things like doors and whatnot, to save a couple of seconds, but obviously because the marathon's an RTA, it's not really optimal to do that, because you would actually lose time RTA at a couple of seconds, because obviously of all the load-in screens and whatnot. So yeah, we're just going to run through Undead Burg, and we're going to pick up the Cold Pine Resin, which will allow us to do a little bit of decent damage with this pretty bad weapon we've got, and then after that we will get a decent weapon, and then we'll have a skip after. So if you have a donation or two, Kata, you can read them if you want.
Well, I do not have any at the moment, but I just want to remind you that for only $5, you will qualify to enter the raffle for a bundle that includes the Art of Trilogy book, the Dark Souls Trilogy soundtrack, and the Dark Souls 3 steel case. And if you go ahead and donate $10, you can enter a raffle for the Dark Souls Trilogy Compendium, Dark Souls 3 steel case, and an extra surprise item.
Nah, I don't know about you, but that sounds awesome to me. Now, we just talked to the merchant there to buy some stuff. We bought the bow, which we'll be using for a glitch, and we bought the shield because we will need to block a couple of things in this run. So basically, the reason we need the bow is we're going to be doing a glitch in a couple of minutes called Move Swap when we get to a Sense Fortress. And what it does is it essentially allows you to take the run and attack of your right-hand weapon and put it onto a left-hand weapon by jumping. And during the animation, you equip a weapon in your left-hand slot through the bow. And then, for some reason, that transfers the attack of your right-hand weapon to your left-hand weapon. And in this case, it will be a double attack. That's why we bought the rapier. Which will allow us to use a large weapon like the Dragon Tooth with a double attack, which will do an insane amount of damage when we shouldn't normally be. So this is Taurus Demon. This is the main reason we picked up the Gold Pine Resin, because it makes this fight rather simple, as you can see. Pretty quick. Sometimes he can screw you over because he can stomp you and stagger you and trap you into a corner, and you will take damage no matter what you do. So it can be tricky, but that was actually a really good fight. Got some good RNG. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing, I hope for good RNG here. Let's see. Okay, so this guy can occasionally fly up, which would mean that we would have to quit out, or that'd be the end of the run, because we need the Drake sword, which is why we cut off his tail. Because with the bandit knife, as I said, is a really bad weapon. There's no way we could defeat Iron Golem with just that, so we need the Drake sword with move swap. But luckily we got good RNG, so it was fine. That's normally what happens. And we have another glitch coming up in a moment, called SenseGate Skip, which I'll do my best to explain. So we're going to quit out here because of the enemies. We only want one holo to follow us, because if you have more than one holo follow you down to where you do the glitch, it can get pretty tricky, as we'll see in a moment. And I think I'm going to peach out a bit, actually, with how I do this, just in case. Alright. So yeah, I peached out a bit there. So what we did is, just below us, there's a kill box. And if we were to riposte in that area, we die. But for some reason, just above that kill box, the devs added a safe area where you can riposte in there and you get the dev cam, but you don't actually die. So what that means is when the game basically thinks your character's dead, but you're not, and when it thinks you're dead, it stops loading assets like gates, which means that the sense gate is literally unloaded, which means we can just run through it and skip ringing the bells, which saves about 2 minutes in most categories. And yeah, that's sense gate skip right there. And the reason I peached out a bit on the holo, I used the rapier to get the skip, because normally you would just use your fist, which is more consistent and it's faster usually if you don't get a good attack, for example. The problem is, what that means is you need to be sort of precise in getting the bonfire, because when you get, because the holo will follow you, because obviously the fist won't kill him. So there is a chance you won't get the bonfire in time if you use the fist. So that's why I peached out and just killed him with the rapier. So there was no danger of that. And yeah, this is Sense Fortress. It's a pretty boring run through, to be honest. I'm sure everyone hated this area on their first playthrough of the game. I know I certainly did. But in speedruns, it's just a formality, really.
Can I throw in a quick donation?
Yeah, I was just about to say you could, actually.
Alright, I have a $25 donation from Tayra's Craze saying, so happy to be a part of this amazing community, doing such a great thing for charity. Love you all, guys. Congrats and good luck to all the runners. Thank you for the donation, Tay.
How much have we raised now, Kada?
Well, right now we are sitting at $4,678, which is an amazing number. Thank you, everyone, for contributing.
It would be really cool if we can get to 5,000 before the end of the marathon. That'd be really awesome. Alright, so now we're going to do the move swap glitch I talked about before. And like I said, we're going to do the jump animation. And doing that, we're going to equip the Drake sword in our left-hand slot. And then the game gets confused because we did a glitch basically. So what it does, it takes the right hand weapon animation, which is a double running attack, and puts it on the Drake sword, which will make the Iron Golem fight much easier than it would have been if we didn't do this, as we will see in a moment. Alright. So I haven't actually practiced this fight much, so let's hope it goes well. Wish me luck. Okay, we should be good. Yeah, we're good. Ah, never mind. That's alright. Ah, we're good. So that didn't go quite as I had hoped, but we still killed him, so it's okay. Now we're gonna do the siege backstep strat. There we go. Save a couple of seconds. Well, it doesn't really save time, but it makes it so you don't have to wait for the fire to go away. You can just backstep through it. So, with Iron Golem, there is a chance that he can do a stomp attack after you do the first 2 run attacks. And if he does that, you can actually one-cycle him, which is obviously really nice if that happens. He didn't do it there, so I did the most optimal strategy, which didn't go quite as well, because he didn't stagger when I expected him to, but we got him anyway. So we're going to level up 12 endurance and 27 strength here, because we're going to get the dragon tooth as the next weapon we're going to get, and it's the weapon we're going to use for the rest of the run with move swap. And 27 strength is the minimum to two-hand it, and 12 endurance for, I think that's the minimum to mid-roll of it, I think. So yeah, now we're going to go to everyone's favorite area in the game, the Anolondo Rafters, which of course everyone loves, I'm sure. Let's hope. There is actually a chance we can get sniped on the ladder. And if we get sniped once, it's okay. But if we get sniped twice, we will actually die. Which will lose about 40 seconds. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay, we're okay. So I'm gonna go for nano jump, I suppose. Just for the marathon spirit. Okay, this guy can sometimes mess you up, as he just attempted to do. Okay, let's hope we get it. Come on. Yeah. Never mind. So yeah, what I tried to do there was normally you would run a bit further, which I'm about to do now. Normally, if you're a sane person, you run over here and do this jump. But if you're a crazy man, like I was attempting to be, you can jump from where I tried to jump before, which saves like 2 or 3 seconds, I suppose. And it looks cool and funky, but it is quite precise, I would say. So if you have a donation, you can read some, Kata, if you have any.
Alright, of course. I have a $10 anonymous donation saying, the normal $10 bribe for Ornstein to give good RNG. Thank you for the donation. I'm sure Ali will appreciate that one. And then I have $25 from Groshtalk saying, good luck on. Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to the Silver Knight Archers, which they are the bane of my existence in this game, because they can, it's mostly these guys actually that can really screw you over, because they have this lightning attack they can do. If one of them does it, it's okay, but if both of them hit you, you die. So it's quite risky. Oh, but let's see how it goes. Okay, we actually got a smooth run through for once. Can't say I've had that for a while. Okay, so now this is the Silver Knight Archers. Not that bad once you've actually practiced them a bit. So he decided to run off there. Now, if he hadn't run off, what we would do is we would use the Dragon Tooth R2 to make him fly him off in quite a spectacular way. But we didn't need to do that, luckily. I'm not sure if that's faster or not. And I admit I'm a peach for taking this bonfire. Which obviously you wouldn't normally do, because it loses just too much time. But unlike other places, ONS is probably the longest run back if you don't take the safety bonfire. Because you have to do the whole run I just did pretty much again, which is like 3 minutes or 4 minutes. So it's really not worth it. So here's the main weapon that we're going to use throughout the run. Dragon Tooth. And now we're going to go to the boss I hate the most in this game, and that's ONS. And sometimes there's two ways this fight can go. You can either get a really good fight, or you can get a really bad fight / slow fight. So we'll see what happens. And again, we're gonna just see how powerful the Dragon Tooth move swapped is here. Okay, this could be bad. Okay, we're good. Okay, we got the good opening from Ornstein, actually. This is the opening you want him to do. So it's free running attacks to kill Ornstein. Okay. Okay. Should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. We're good. So yeah, that wasn't the most optimal Ornstein you could have had, but in a marathon, I'll take that. It wasn't as slow as some of my practice fights have been. And yeah, this is just Smo. He staggers in 2 hits, so it's rather easy. He can jump away, which can be quite annoying. Or you can miss an attack, which is also annoying. Especially because you have such low stamina. Can make doing the fight quickly at that point is quite tough with such low stamina. But we got just the normal Smo, so that's nice. And now we're gonna kill every Dark Souls fan's favorite waifu, unfortunately, because it's faster and bone out. Yeah, so now we've got one.
Quick. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no problem. You can read it.
All right, thank you. I have a quick $10 donation from Batchan saying good ONS, please. Well, that certainly happened. Very nice fight. Another $1 donation from Batchan saying save the kid. Thank you. And I have a $37 anonymous donation without a comment. Thank you for your contributions, guys. They all go to a good cause.
Indeed. So, so yeah, the Lord Vessel is one of the most important parts of this run. As I explained at the beginning, we will go into the DLC soon, in a bit, to get the Purple Coward's Crystal to do the Wrong Warp. But the Lord Vessel is also important because I'm not sure quite of the tech of it, but basically when we do the Wrong Warp, we need to have the Lord Vessel as our last set bonfire to actually get the Wrong Warp to take us where we want to go. So the Lord Vessel is actually important, and that's also why we need to ring the bells. Because we need to actually get down to the Lord Vessel to sit at the bonfire for it to be our last set bonfire. And that means that we can either kill 4 kings or we can ring both of the bells. And ringing both of the bells is not only easier, but it's also faster. So that's why we're doing this, if you're wondering why we're going to Gargoyles and Quelaag. So yeah, Gargoyles is probably one of the easiest fights in this route, as you will see why in a second. We're going to show off just how powerful the Dragon Tooth is again. As you can see, the damage speaks for itself. So that was about as smooth as a fight as you could hope for, actually. So now I'm just setting up my inventory in a way that will help out with the Wrong Warp later, because you do actually need your inventory set up in a specific way, which I will explain once we actually get the Purple Cow's Crystal. But yeah, so now we're going to ring the first bell, and if you have any donations, you can read any, I suppose.
I just want to remind you that during the duration of this run, there's still the last bidboard of the marathon happening. You have 2 options. You can donate towards the Dark Lord ending or towards linking the Fire ending at the end of this run. Currently, the Dark Lord ending is in the lead by about $77. That's actually the exact number. So keep your donations coming in, and don't forget to take the bidboard there. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so what I just did there was I did the bench jump. I failed it a couple times. Probably the best jump in this game, because it actually saves quite a few seconds, but it's quite precise. But like I said, marathon spirits, there's no might as well do it, eh? So we kicked off Lautrec because we want his ring, because when we get to the DLC, we really do want a fast roll with the Dragon Tooth move swapped. because mid-roll DLC is really awkward, and mid-roll Gwyn, in my opinion, is really awkward as well. So we really want fast roll. And also gives you more HP, so lets you take extra hits as well. Now, I was debating before this run if I was going to do the Blighttown Plunge. And I compromised that I'm only going to do the first part of it, so let's hope I don't die. I've practiced it quite a bit, so I shouldn't, but anything can happen. These guys, you only need to roll one attack from these guys, and that's the fast attack, which luckily they didn't do today. Okay, that should be good. Hey. That jump looked really far right, actually. I was a bit worried for a second. But we're good. So normally what you would do in an optimal setting, you would do the second part of the plunge as well. And overall you save like 20 seconds, I think, or 15 seconds overall. The problem is, I haven't practiced the second part of the plunge. And every time I try to do it, I just can't do it consistently in practice or in runs. So I decided not to do it there. So we did the first part, which saves like 2 or 3 seconds, and it's rather easy to do, which is nice.
I have a $77 donation from Anonymous without a
Wow.
comment that is sent towards the Link the Fire option in the bid war, which makes us
Nice.
completely even in the bid war at $391 per each option. Thank you so much for the donation.
That's an insane donation. Thanks for that, man. So yeah, I guess we'll Link the Fires back in the race. Okay, that was... I'm just gonna quit out. That was bad. Yeah, normally in optimal speedruns, I would actually just continue into the fight and do the move swap in fight, which I'm gonna do now actually, because I'm mad at the game. See, easy first try in the arena, but that's just muscle memory, to be honest. Because I'm not used to doing peach strats really in runs. So yeah, Quillag's a rather easy fight, I would say, if she behaves, which she is. There we go. That's nice. That's a rather nice fight. So now we're going to ring the second bell, and then we're going to go to save the Princess Dusk, because we need to do that to enter the DLC. So do you have any donations, Kada?
Yes, I do. I have a $10 donation from Adalwin1 without a comment. Thank you so much. And I have a $1 donation from Mecca saying, contributing for the 15,000 for Catalyst running DS2AA. Keep those donations coming in, guys. 15k, if we get that on Monday, I'll do some DS2AA on the stream. Thank you.
Yeah, the problem with this game is there's most of it is running, to be quite honest. Just running through areas. So it's once you've explained what you need to explain, it's kind of hard to find things to say. So, but, you know, that's what marathons are for, to have lovely hosts like Kada read out donations. So yeah, we just bought the Crest of Artorias from Andre, as well as the Weaponsmith box. We bought the Crest of Artorias so we can open the door coming up, instead of having to run all the way around. And the Weaponsmith box, because when we kill the Hydra, we will get a Dragon Scale. And we can then upgrade the Dragon Tooth to +1, the Weaponsmith box, so that's why we bought it. Now, in some modifications of this run, some versions, some people prefer to buy the Iron Shield, or the Caduceus Shield from Andre for Hydra. I'm not sure if it's faster. I think just keeping the wooden shield the whole way through, instead of buying the other shield from Andre, is actually a little bit faster, by like not even a second, but I guess getting the other shield is safe, because it has 100% defense on it, but I'm too lazy to go to that shield area, so I just stay with this one. Okay, so what's coming up? I'm gonna attempt this. I should have explained it before. It's known as the plunge glitch. In this game, and basically, for some reason, when you plunge onto something, you can instead of just going into the fawn animation, you can change into the roll animation. For some reason, and if you do it with heavier weapons, you get a longer duration of time you have to do that animation. As we're gonna attempt here for Hydra, we're gonna attempt to do the plunge and hope we are okay. As we are. So that saves us having to go down the ladder. So this Hydra, we're gonna throw 5 bombs. And I think we take out 4 hits, if I remember correctly. So that's about... never mind. I was about to say that was a smoother a smoother Hydra as you can get, but I was wrong. Okay. So that was not the end of that fight wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be. I guess that's what I get for almost jinxing myself. But that's Hydra. It's actually one of my favorite fights in this run. But it's one that can screw you over, just like the rest of the game. Because one thing you realize when you run this game is sometimes random stuff just happens for no reason. Literally, you just get random days where you get things that have never happened before for no reason, and then they never happen again. So we killed everyone's second favorite waifu in this game because it is like 2 seconds faster. Because if we would, you used to talk to her, but someone discovered it was actually a bit faster to kill her and then bone out. Because you can still enter the DLC that way, so that's what we do. And yeah, it's kind of sad. Should have had a donation incentive to save or kill her. To be honest, that would have been exciting. So do you have any donations, Kada?
Yeah, I have a $10 donation from me and 5 saying, if I could, I would place this donation towards a new bid. Nems dying to deacons, smiley face. You know, I'm not really sure if a bid like that is necessary. I think it might just happen anyway. But thank you for the donation regard. That donation was also split $5 for one ending and $5 for the other ending of this run. So we are still tied at $396 each.
So yeah, I believe we have until the fog gate to decide, I think, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so... Oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. We should be okay. Okay, we're fine. Unless I jinxed myself here. Okay, we're good. So yeah, the reason we came here is to get the pendant to enter the DLC. That's also why we had to save Dusk. And for some reason I failed move swap here. I haven't failed move swap here in literal months. That's okay. Yeah, just to clarify, move swap is not actually that easy of a glitch to do. I've just been doing it for years, so I've had lots of practice. But usually when I started out, I had a very hard time. A lot of people have a hard time when they start out. That's just the nature of the glitch. But once you've practiced it a lot, and you eventually become consistent. As I would like to say I have, though this run really hasn't displayed it. So now we're going to the DLC, which is basically the last portion of this run. And all we need to do is kill Guardian and then Artorias to get the Purple Coward's Crystal, and then we can wrong walk to the kiln. So there's not that much left, actually. Sure, if you have any donations, Kada, you have until we enter the DLC, I suppose.
Alright, I have a $41 anonymous donation saying, can I have some frames to my drink? Well, sometimes there's some frames, sometimes there's less. We value your donation. Either way, though, thank you so much. I also want to say that donation did go to either ending, so we are still tied. So because if we're tied by the end of this run at the ending,
We'll just
we're
do
gonna have to do some sneaky shenanigans
No.
and do both ending.
No, we'll just do any, meeny, miny, mo. For which ending to do. Okay. So, we're gonna go fight Sanctuary Guardian. Sanctuary Guardian is actually one of the worst bosses in this route to do. Because, he can... because he takes, I think it was 4 running attacks to kill. Which is really annoying. As we will... and you can sometimes get RNG. Good RNG where he just stays still after you stagger him. And you can kill him. But most of the time, he doesn't do that. He flies away. And worst case scenario, he just gives you a bunch of lightnings. Which has happened to my man Kada a couple of times.
Hey?
You know exactly what I'm talking about, Kada. Okay, just like what he's doing right now. Yeah, okay, we can actually stagger him on this one. Okay, yeah, he flew away, like I said. Let's hope he doesn't. Okay, he didn't actually fly away. Okay, good. That's nice. So that was not the worst fight I've ever had, but it's certainly not the best. That's all I'm gonna say. You can have fights where he just spams lightning for 40 straight seconds, and then you have runs where he's just perfect. That's only on bad runs, of course. On the perfect world record paces, he's awful. Obviously, that's the way it goes. Yeah, rip Elizabeth, by the way. So the next skip we're gonna do is Royal Wood skip, which used to be prior to the discovery of plunges, or prior to the discovery you could roll out plunges. You actually used to have to have full control to do Royal Wood skip, and you had to drop off the head of an enemy to do it, and it was really inconsistent to do. But thanks to the discovery of plunges, you can do it in any percent now. In the original route for any percent, you just did the normal run through, but thanks to plunges, you can do the skip now, which is really nice. And it saves like I want to say like 2 minutes, but it's probably less, like 1:30 or something probably. And it's really easy to do as well, so that's nice. So yeah, what you used to have to do is get an enemy over there to come in here and then drop off his head. But now we can just do this. Just line ourselves up and plunge, and then roll. As easy as that. So now we are coming up to Artorias, and I do want to point out that after we kill Artorias, the clock will be ticking down for the incentive for the ending after this fight. So you can tell me what it's at after this fight, Kada. So yeah, this fight is it's not that bad actually. It can go either way. I guess not bad. I hate that attack, honestly. I'm not gonna go for that. I will go for that though. Oh, it could be bad. As you could tell, I was being very conservative in that fight. Because if you go for a really fast Artorias kill, you can die. So I was trying to be very conservative there. So, Kada, what is the incentive at now for the ending?
Well, it's still tied. We have an $8 donation from
you
Ernest. Says for saving win, and it's again split 4 and 4.
Well, you have until the Gwyn Fog Gate, which will be in about 3 minutes. Probably less. So now we're going to do the wrong warp glitch. Now again, as I said before, I don't know the tech behind it that much. But essentially what it is we rest at the Lord Vessel, which I explained why we need to do earlier. And for some reason, when it's our last set bonfire, we can do a specific glitch with the Purple Couch Crystal where we store up... We try to use the Purple Couch Crystal, which stores it up, and then we fall off an edge and use the Estus. And if we use the Estus on the right frame, which I failed to do, if we use the Estus on the right frame, it will actually use the Purple Couch Crystal. Second try, by the way. And then, after we use the Purple Couch Crystal, we can use Dark Sign, and it will take us to the kiln of the first flame. And I don't know the tech behind it, but all I know is that if the Lord Vessel is your last set bonfire, and you do the glitch I just did, you can cheat, pretty much. So yeah, get your donations in, because once we get to the fog gate, I believe the incentive is going to close. So I really hope it doesn't stay tight.
Do you have a Gwyn save file somewhere?
I don't know, actually.
Well,
I mean, I
it's
can...
time to quit out in front of Gwyn. Save file like that.
I can make one. If you want.
Because currently, right now, we're still tied at 444 and 443 and 443 for both endings.
Okay, I'll quit out here then. Make a save file. Alright. There we go. Lovely save.
That being said, I do have a $5 donation by Dom saying nothing. Thank you for the $5. And yeah, I have an $86 donation from Anonymous, and it's again half-half split towards both endings. So yeah, thank you so much for the $86.
Alright. What should we name the save file? We'll just name it Gwyn. There we go. There we go. The save file's been made. Let's go. Actually, not that bad of an IGT pace for a marathon, actually. Alright.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna close the bid war now.
Is it still tied?
It is still tied at $443 each. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, thanks for the donations. Okay, well, what I'll do is I'll just kill Gwyn both times. We'll play both endings.
We're also $1 off from 5,000, so we are gonna prove Alibaba absolutely wrong. Speaking of which, we have a $1 donation from Anonymous. Thank you
Here
so
we
much.
go.
We reached 5K. Yeah.
Lovely. Thanks so much for that, guys. So this is Gwyn. Basically, it's just backstab, backstep attack spam. Because that's pretty much the most optimal way to fight him. Now, this fight may look easy, but if Gwyn jumps away or does anything abnormal, then yeah, it's not like that. So I guess we'll do Link the Fire first. Alright. So I don't know if that should be time or not, but time if it is. So that was actually a pretty decent run, actually. It wasn't that... It was deathless, so it wasn't that bad.
That was very nice, Ali. Very
Yeah.
good job.
That's only like the third deathless run I've had in practicing this. So yeah, in this ending we basically sacrifice ourselves for the greater good. To keep light in the world. Alright, so now we're going to do the Dark Lord ending. I'm just going to check the IGT quickly. And the IGT is 35-37, that's not bad actually. Without, yeah, for some reason the final cutscenes take up IGT in this game. Without the IGT it probably would have been a high 34. But that's nice actually. Not, that wouldn't have been far off my PB. So now we're going to do the Dark Lord ending. Which is basically instead of sacrificing ourselves for the greater good, we basically become the Dark Lord of the world, which is obviously the best ending, because who doesn't want to be a badass Dark Lord? Alright. Here we go. Okay. So I messed up there. As I said, if anything abnormal happens in the Gwyn fight, this can happen. Stuff like this can happen. Alright, here we go. There we go, that's how it's supposed to go. Let's hope he doesn't jump away now. Alright. Do an old strat, or new, optimal strat, sorry. So yeah, that's the fast way of killing Gwyn, where you just parry him. And this is the Dark Lord ending. Yeah.
My lord, bless thy safe return. Let Khan and Framt serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness. Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
So that's that. So what was the final time, Kata, RTA?
The final time RTA was 38:09.
Nice, that's basically 2 minutes under estimate, that's nice. Finally,
Yeah, very nice
yeah.
one.
So yeah, I want to say thanks to everyone watching, and obviously I want to give a shout out to the Speed Souls community, and if you want to learn more about this game, you can join the Speed Souls Discord and go on the Speed Souls the Speed Souls wiki to learn more about the game and about the strats and whatnot. And maybe you can start running it for yourself. Everyone on Discord's helpful, especially Kata as well. He's on there every day. So yeah, thank you for hosting the run, Kata, and yeah, I hope you have a good hosting shift